Satoku Nishikawa, my grandmother on my dad's side, was born on January 6, 1935. She was 10 years old when the nuclear bombings in Japan occurred. She lived with her father, mother, older brother, and 2 younger brothers. Her family lived in Ikeda, Japan, which is a small town in the Shikoku Island. My grandmother's childhood was interrupted by the hands of war. Gone were the days of exploring, running, laughing, and playing. Worry, fear, and confusion characterized my childhood. At 10 years old, I saw my first picodon, atomic bomb. Pika is Japanese for sparkling, don for big noise. I was wearing my yellow safety jacket with a special hood that was padded with layers of cloth. This unfashionable life jacket was supposed to protect me from falling debris in the event that the American forces, or Yankees as we called them during the war, dropped bombs on us. Whenever the sirens wailed, we were to pull the hoods over our heads and shoulders for protection. The loud sirens provoked so much fear and anxiety as they signaled possible air raids. All the townspeople were to seek cover in underground bomb shelters when the sirens blew. I most feared alerts while at school. It did not matter that my teacher, Mrs. Kiyomi, was very comforting and calm when she rounded up the children and guided us into the bunker. All I knew was that if I was going to die, I wanted it to be in the company of my family. Bunkers were a common addition to homes in my village. They were supposed to save us from danger and the bombs. I was relieved to see that the bunker at school was much bigger than the one at our house. As we ran to the bunker, I caught sight of a blinding spark of light, followed by the appearance of a dark gray cloud. The distant gray plume left a haze over the city of Hiroshima. The Yankees had bombed my beloved Japan. The dark gray cloud, the aftermath of destruction, brought tears to my teacher's eyes. The picodon was ruinous to not only the land, but also the nation's optimism. After seeing what this new technology was able to do, the people of Japan were left feeling violated and hopeless. The town feared total annihilation by these terrifying and never-before-seen powerful bombs. Us children were terrified and scared. We did not know what our future had in store for us. Angered by the bombing at Hiroshima, my eldest brother decided to join the fight. My family was proud but torn as they feared for his safety. The town's young men were not to be seen. They had all joined the war. All that remained were the older men. I was so glad that my father's age prevented him from fighting in the war as well. Fortunately, my family kept very busy farming sweet potatoes, soybeans, green peas, and tomatoes. This took my mind away from the looming worry of another atomic bomb destroying my city. I did a lot of chores to help out around the house. I peeled peas, dug up sweet potatoes, and tended to chickens. Food was scarce, but we managed. Our source of protein was tofu, eggs, and soybeans. During World War II, school changed for me. Textbooks were thinner and covered with little material due to paper shortages brought on by the war. The Japanese government got rid of anything having to do with the English language. I recall the day when my one source of escape was taken from me. Men from the Japanese government came to our door. I was helping my mom cut the potatoes when they barged in and said, "Evacuate your home! We are burning all English text." My home was searched for books written in English, as this was a sign of betrayal and treason. I watched as all my childhood books were torn to pieces and thrown into the flames. I was crushed. I missed having my dad read the English stories to me. After a month of uncertainty and darkness, another atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. I didn't understand why the Yankees had done this to us a second time. There was rumbling that Japan was going to surrender soon. The bomb was simply pouring salt on a wound, unnecessary and cruel. The war ended shortly after the Nagasaki bomb. And who would have thought that on the other side of the world, in Clovis, California, my future husband also experienced World War II. He and his family were taken from their home and sent to an internment camp called Poston in Arizona. Most people would think that our World War II experience would have tainted our opinion of the United States. However, we married in 1960 in Japan and agreed to reside in America.